before we start, stay until the end of this video. Because what you're about to hear might genuinely change how you see your phone, your apps, and even your own thoughts. What if I told you that artificial intelligence already knows things about you that you've never told anyone? Not your friends, not your family, not even yourself. Sounds dramatic, right? But here's the uncomfortable truth. Every click, every pause, every scroll, every late-night search. It's all being observed, analyzed, and quietly turned into a version of you that exists somewhere else. A version that might actually understand you better than you understand yourself. And today, we're going to unpack exactly how that happens, why it matters, and what it means for your future. Think about the last time you opened your phone. You probably didn't even notice it. It was automatic. Maybe you checked social media, watched a short video, searched for something random, or replied to a message. It feels harmless. But behind the scenes, something much bigger is happening. AI systems are tracking not just what you do, but how you do it. How long you hesitate before clicking something, which posts you skip, which ones you re-watch, even the time of day. You're most emotionally reactive. Over time, this builds a pattern, and patterns are powerful because patterns reveal behavior, and behavior reveals personality, and personality can be predicted. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're scrolling through videos. You stop for just a second longer on a video about fitness, you don't like it, you don't comment, you don't share, but you paused. That tiny signal tells the algorithm something. Maybe you're thinking about improving your health. Maybe you're feeling insecure. Maybe you're motivated, but not acting yet. Multiply that by thousands of micro-interactions every single day. And suddenly, AI doesn't just see what you do, it starts to infer why you do it. And this is where it gets a little unsettling. Because once AI understands why you behave a certain way, it can start influencing what you do next. Ever noticed how sometimes it feels like your phone is reading your mind? You think about something, and suddenly you see ads for it. You talk about a topic, and it shows up in your feed. Now, no, your phone isn't literally listening to every word you say, but it doesn't need to. Your behavior is already speaking loud enough. AI models today are trained on massive data sets, billions of interactions, preferences, habits, and decisions. When your behavior matches certain patterns, the system can predict what you're likely to want, feel, or do next. It's not magic, it's probability. But when probability gets accurate enough, it feels like mind reading. Now here's the real question. Is that a bad thing? On one hand, it makes life easier. You get recommendations you actually enjoy, you discover music you love, you find content that feels relevant. Everything becomes more personalized, more efficient, more tailored to you. But on the other hand, there's a trade-off. Because the more AI understands you, the more influence it has over you. And influence, when you're not aware of it, can quietly shape your decisions without you even realizing it. Think about it. If an algorithm knows you're feeling down late at night, and it shows you content that keeps you scrolling instead of sleeping, is that helping you or using you? If it knows what triggers your curiosity, your fears, your desires, it can guide your attention in very specific directions. And attention is power. Halfway through this video, I want to quickly say, if you're finding this interesting so far, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because it only gets more intense from here. Let's go deeper. AI doesn't just understand individuals, it understands groups. It can cluster people based on behavior patterns, preferences, and psychological traits. You might think you're unique, and in many ways, you are. But statistically, you also fit into patterns that AI can recognize. This means AI can predict things like what kind of content will make you click, what kind of headline will grab your attention, even what kind of message might change your opinion. And this is already being used in marketing, entertainment, and even politics. Imagine a system that knows exactly what kind of message will resonate with you emotionally. Not just broadly, but specifically tailored to your personality. That's not science fiction. That's happening right now. But here's where things get even more fascinating. AI can sometimes detect patterns about you that you haven't consciously recognized yet. For example, changes in your behavior over time might indicate shifts in your mood, your interests, or even your mental state. Subtle things like typing speed, scrolling habits, or engagement patterns can reveal more than you'd expect. There have been studies showing that algorithms can predict certain traits, like your preferences, your personality type, and even aspects of your emotional state, with surprising accuracy. In some cases, more accurately than people who know you personally. That's the moment where things start to feel a bit strange. Because if something else understands you better than you understand yourself, what does that mean for your sense of control? Now, let's be clear. AI is not conscious. It doesn't know you in a human sense. It doesn't have feelings or intentions. It's not sitting there thinking about you, but it is extremely good at recognizing patterns. And when those patterns reflect your behavior, your choices, your habits, it creates a model of you that can be incredibly precise. And that model can be used in different ways. Some companies use it to improve user experience. Others use it to increase engagement. Some use it to sell products, and some use it to shape behavior. This brings us to one of the most important ideas in this entire video. The more data you generate, the more accurate your digital profile becomes. And you are generating data all the time. Every app you use, every website you visit, every search you make, every video you watch, even how long you look at something before scrolling away. It's all data, and it all feeds into the system. So the question becomes, how much of yourself are you comfortable sharing? Because whether you realize it or not, you are constantly teaching AI who you are. And here's the twist. It's not just about what AI knows about you today, it's about what it will know tomorrow. AI systems are improving rapidly. They're becoming better at understanding context, emotion, nuance, and behavior. What seems impressive today might look basic in a few years. So imagine a future where AI can anticipate your needs before you even articulate them, where it can suggest decisions that feel so natural, so aligned with your preferences that you don't question them. Would that feel convenient? Or would it feel controlling? That's something only you can answer. As we get closer to the end of this video, I want you to think about your own habits. How often do you question what you're being shown? How often do you actively choose instead of just reacting? And now, I want to hear from you. Before we wrap up, drop a comment below and tell me. Do you think AI understanding you this deeply is a good thing, or does it make you uncomfortable? I'm really curious to see what you think, because this conversation is just getting started. To bring it all together, AI doesn't need to know everything about you to be powerful. It just needs enough data to recognize patterns. And once it sees those patterns, it can make predictions. And once it makes predictions, it can influence outcomes. Not in an obvious, dramatic way, but in small, subtle ways that add up over time. And that's what makes it so powerful. It's not about one big moment. It's about thousands of tiny moments, shaping your experience, your attention, and sometimes even your decisions. So the next time your phone feels like it just knows, remember, it's not magic, it's data, it's patterns, it's AI quietly learning from you every single day. And the more you understand that, the more control you take back. If you made it this far, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos like this. Because we're going to keep exploring topics that actually matter in the world we're living in right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.